Good morning. You're waking up with Kim and Dana Wagner for top stories and weather. And Chopper Tom Hawley with Las Vegas Valley traffic. This is Wake Up with the Wagners on News 3, the only morning newscast that gives you a jump on the day's news.
I'm excited about this. We have a studio, I was going to say live in studio.
Yeah.
We have an interview live here in the studio with us. She's been on the Today Show. She's this reinvention expert. And when we come back, she's going to help you reinvent your budget to make it stretch a little further.
Yeah, this is the woman who used a glue gun and $17 to make $1.5 million. She's going to tell you how to save $2,000 this year with some simple steps. You'll be amazed.
I can't wait to meet her. And then also, Dana, joining me now is a very special guest. Eli Davidson, thanks for coming in. The quick backstory on Eli, which is 17 bucks and a glue gun. She is now the owner of $1 million business. But Eli, we were talking during the break and you were saying that you have done this now a couple of times. You made this great business and then you lost it and then you've rebuilt again. So talk to us about it.
Like a lot of people that are in the world right now, I was hit by the perfect storm. So I had built a company, but then in 18 months I lost my marriage and business and health. And so I had $88,000 of corporate credit card debt.
And
with no good shoes to show for it.
No good shoes.
No good shoes.
Is that what this? So she brought in this huge block of ice, and I noticed there are a few cards in here. There's at least two that I can count. Here.
So one of the ways that I, reinvented my budget was I froze my credit cards. I had froze, like really froze.
There's no getting into that.
There's no way, no way.
So that's one of the things you do, and then you say use paper power, and is that the first step to paper power?
So the real key with freezing your credit cards is not to use credit cards. When you're just using cash, you can't overspend because when it's gone, it's gone.
Well, and I know you've talked nationally about this. You've been on the Today Show. I have to ask you, for us here locally, we have so many people out of work. And so a lot of these people are living on their credit cards because they don't have any money coming in. I don't know if you have all the answers to this, but is there something that these folks can do as far as cutting down on their credit card spending even though they don't actually have cash coming into the house?
Well, one of the things that, in just talking here, I think people need to get really creative.
Okay.
Really creative. It's called get together with your friends and make group dinners.
Good point.
Instead of buying clothes, have what I call a swap-opportunity. Get a bunch of girlfriends together, or guys can do this too, but it works for the girlfriends. Is everybody bring some clothes that you like but don't wear and swap them. So, if you don't have any money coming in, you're going to have to get really creative, but there's still some things that you can do.
So your point is don't throw in the towel and be as creative. This is going to force you to really work those creative juices is what you're saying.
Well, and also I think if it doesn't kill you, it makes it strong. You get stronger because of it. And the reason I started a company with $17 and a glue gun was because I was broke. So really start looking at the world and start looking at what can I do? What is something I love to do? How can I be of service to other people?
Obviously, we only have a certain amount of time here during a live program. Is there a website that we can link to our website so people can find out more tips from you?
Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. We'll put that on
We'll make sure we do that. And before I let you go, is there one final tip, maybe something we've never heard before you can share?
You have never heard this before.
Okay.
So one of the things that I did was I cut my credit card bill into less than half. I used something called a debt settlement company. So if people are in trouble, ask for help. I mean, a lot of people hear about credit counseling, but those are actually funded by the credit cards. They're not nonprofit, and they make their money through the credit card companies. So if you're looking for a debt settlement company, not all of them are good, and I really believe look for something with the task logo because that's really the good housekeeping seal of approval for debt settlement, and you can cut your credit card debt into less than half like I did.
Eli Davidson, you're a survivor and you've been able to come in here and share your success. So thank you so much for that, and we'll make sure we get your website linked to ours at mynews3.com a little bit later this morning. For now, though, let's get everyone to work on time, and for that, we're going to check in with our buddy